Yeah, so last year was my first time competing in semi-finals, so kind of like a big stage competition. Throughout the year of 2022, I kind of signed up to every local competition I could. None are in Scotland, they're all in England, but as local as they could be, just to get some experience on the competition floor. So did that throughout 2022, but then last year at semis was like my big first stage competition. And it went really well. I had 3 top 10 finishes, and then I had 2 events that were absolutely terrible. So from off the back of that performance last year, I've just been working on those weaknesses all year, and I was able to go full time with CrossFit in September 2023. So I've also had the advantage of that, where it's just been like my full focus. So that's helped me progress my weaknesses as well. It feels like it's been a long year, but also it doesn't. It feels like I just did it again. So I'm excited to get back on a competition floor because I haven't really been on one since last year.
What was for breakfast?
Toast and eggs! We have toast and eggs every morning. And it's like a complete spectacle in here. We'll have like orange juice, coffee, toast and eggs. If you think I'm bad, you should see what Fraser does. He literally says like a bit of toast and jam. He literally does the jam here. That's it. You're just beating bread.
But what people fail to realise is like you missed the big massive knob of butter that like went into the pan before I cooked the eggs. It's like, yeah, people don't need to see that.
Like,
it's literally the best meal of the day.
Yeah, we could be like really late for something and we're like, nope, still having a big setup.
Yeah.
Need to have a toast and eggs.
It just sets your day up right. So basically the way the house works is I do cooking, Jen does cleaning. Jen loves to hoover. Almost obsessively.
Yeah, I can't cook.
You cooked for me for my birthday. It was great.
What did I cook?
I think you cooked like pasta.
Oh, yeah, and by I cooked, you mean my mum cooked.
Yeah.
And I served it to you.
No, you cooked it.
I don't think it did.
Yeah.
I don't have any memory of me cooking it.
Really early on when we were together, I was like cooking, and I came in and I was like, Jen, can you turn the oven on? And she like looked at me like, what? And I was like, yeah, can you just turn the oven? She just turned like, Mum, can you turn the oven on for me?
Yeah. Thanks for exposing me there. Yeah, I think you kind of seen it firsthand from me last year, definitely. Like, I felt really burnt out after semis. It took me, honestly, to like October till I felt kind of like normal again, didn't it? But yeah, I think the flipping the mindset for me, definitely, like, I just have to view it as this is what I love, and I'm not going to get to do it for my entire life and try and enjoy it whilst you do it, instead of it being like this, like, you know, everything depends on this and that kind of pressure and stuff. Because like if you think about like Olympians, and they have like 4-year cycles to go through, like it's mad. So I think not only like it's obviously really important to keep your physical health, but I think it's even more important to keep your mental health. That, you know, because if you try and look at it so far ahead, it does get a bit daunting, like, oh, like another year, instead of just being like, in the grand scheme of things, this is such a small blip of your life, so just try and enjoy it while you're in it. It's funny, the workout had like pirouettes, legless rope climbs, and then it was strict handstand push-ups, and I couldn't get past the strict handstand push-ups, but I got past like the pirouettes and the legless rope climbs. But so many people who I've spoke to have been like, oh, you can't handstand walk, and I'm like, no, I can. It's a handstand push-up. From last year, I think when I finished, I kind of had this overwhelming of like, I'd become fittest in the UK, but wasn't able to do 2 of the events, and I was almost like embarrassed to have it. Like, you know, like, how am I fittest in the UK? I couldn't even do 2 of the events. and like having that title, people being like, oh, you're super fit, and I felt like, well, no, I'm not. I couldn't do 2 of the events. But I think now looking back on it, the advice I would give to anyone is like just soak it up, because you don't know how long it's going to last for. Like, we're so lucky to be able to do it, and just try and enjoy every part of it, whether you come away with a title or you don't. Like, try and at least come away from the weekend being like, I absolutely loved that and it was worth it, you know, because you spend a full year prepping for it, so it needs to be worth it.
People always want Jen to do well, and I think that's the majority of the time where it comes from. It's like,
yeah, it always comes from a good place, but
yeah.
I think there's definitely expectation once you have kind of like set your strength in the sport. So mine kind of been like engine work. So then I guess anytime there's like specific engine work that comes up, there is an expectation that I would or should win. But it always comes off, like, it is from a good place. That people do want me to do well in an event that I should hopefully do well in. But yeah, I guess with semis this year, because there wasn't one that I think has come up necessarily like that, it's good because I don't have that pressure on myself to be like, oh, I have to win this event. There's none that I go into thinking you need to win this event.
Yeah.
You just need to do your best in all of them, which is cool.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for this everywhere because I've been so unwell for the past week. This has made a lot better, but still not anywhere near like raring to go semis workout better. So we're slapping the vapor rub on. I was literally like a maniac last night, 11:30 trying to find this, and I couldn't find it, so I ended up putting Tiger Balm on my chest. And Fraser's like, do you know that's like heat? It's like, really, no, it's not the same. I was like, oh no, it isn't. What are you doing first? And your hack squats. Loves his hack squats. You're so silly. So my coach is coming tomorrow. He flies here tomorrow night. And then we're doing like simulation Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I will test all the workouts like I will next weekend. So I think once I'm in, like, have done that and in the full swing of that, I'll feel better about it because I'll know how they feel and I'll have like a good gauge and stuff. And then right now I'm just trying to recover as fast as I can with this cold. And because the running at semis is in like a 40 metre square, so I'm just gonna be running around the pitch in circles like a mad woman. And try and establish the pace that I would try and hold during the workout. So all I had today is some snatches, kind of like time-based snatches, because we have a ladder next week, a snatch ladder. So kind of like picking up the barbell every 20 or 30 seconds to try and move it quickly like you would in the ladder. And then I have some back squats, and that will be session 1.
A workout like that, where like a rep every so many seconds, but there's like kind of a million different ways to kind of skin that cat. So for Jen, she's just better just like dropping it, going through her normal setup routine, and actually it works out pretty much the same, like rather than her worrying about the clock. But like her snatches progressed so much. Like she probably wouldn't say that, but like her snatch in the last year as well is one of those movements that's just gotten so much better. Like her top end number maybe hasn't like gone up that lot or that much, but like her consistency of like mechanics is just so much better in the last 12 months in semis. So what time did you hit 10 on?
1:35.
Oh yeah. But like that means that you're going to have time.
Yeah,
How often do you think you can go on 65 bar? Like, so you're saying like 1 every 10?
I probably just try to keep that speed.
Okay.
Because it will slow down, you think you'll be going that speed.
I feel like that works for you if you're fast at setting up, but because you're not, you're as well just like dropping it. You take like one step back, one in, and then go. I think that's better for you. I don't know if she said this to you, but Jenn's a little bit of a perfectionist, so I feel like one of her mantras would probably be like, how you do anything is how you do everything. So it's like, and again, if there's a job worth doing it, we're doing it well. So everything she does, she tries to do to the absolute best of her ability. And it wouldn't be the first training session where I've seen her is like if her something's not going her way, she's doing it again, and she's doing it again until she's happy with it. And I feel like that's a characteristic that you probably find littered in with some of the other best sports people around. Coming from rugby, I feel like if you were to go and speak to someone very close to Johnny Wilkinson, and he was a naturally obsessive guy, or he's kicking, and that's why he was the best kicker in the world. And if he didn't hit so many, it was like, right, well, I'm starting again, and he'd be out there on a Friday night until 1 a.m. kicking goals if that's what was required. And maybe not to that sort of extreme, but Jenn does have that sort of like perfectionist mentality. And we did that snatch session today, and just watching back the videos, and it's just critiquing everything. It's like, right, where can I get that? Like, where can I be better? Ultimately trying to perfect everything.
Yeah, kind of like regardless of CrossFit, but I think before COVID, if I could tell myself something now, I think before COVID I was a wee bit lost. Like, I'd stopped competing in sport, and I was kind of doing powerlifting, but I wasn't planning on making a career out of powerlifting. I was studying sport at university, and my plan was to go on to do PE teaching, but it wasn't because I really wanted to do PE teaching. It was just because I've been in sport all my life. I might as well go into a job related to it, and that was that. So I think I was a wee bit lost when I was at university, and if I could go back and tell myself now at that time, I would tell myself that it's all going to work out. I feel like I've found kind of me as a person and my identity again through CrossFit, because I've always been involved in sport, and that might not be for everyone. CrossFit might not be their identity, but I think you do. I met my best friend at age 21, and a lot of people I think they need to have that when they leave school and stuff. And yeah, I think I would go back and tell myself that it does all work out. What I would want to tell myself after Leon, regardless of the result, is to be proud of the work I put in over the past year, have a day to kind of mope about it, and then go and enjoy Disneyland, because I'm going to Disneyland afterwards. So now we're going home for lunch with my bag of meat that we'll probably eat for dinner. So come on.